Accidentally girl bossed too hard, and now I have a real job with real responsibilities, and like people keep emailing me and asking me questions.
Come in, bestie. You're gonna want to sit down for this.
So you are being laid off.
Oh, no. When they told me, I was like, you know?
It's like really sad. Fit check. Let's make a TikTok before you go.
Stop. Oh, I totally forgot. Your severance is karma. Oh.
I accidentally girl bossed too hard, and now I have a real job with real responsibilities, and like people keep emailing me and asking me questions.
Like, I don't have time for I got high standards. I'm a very independent woman. If you're coming into my life, you need to be an addition, because I'm whole. I got my best friend, I got my family, I got my health. I'm up. I got all my boxes checked. So if you come in the picture, you need to be an addition, not a subtraction, not a division.
Just remember that you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
That's like his golden slogan for me.
Yeah. And what does that mean for you in relationships when you're like, I'm the prize? What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve, and not being afraid to walk away from a situation if it's like no longer serving me.
Modern women have this idea in their heads that they are a prize in a relationship, many because of this discourse about the modern, independent woman, who usually ends up alone. Now, I ask myself, if you were a prize, why does nobody want to win you? Why does nobody offer you a ring? Because every prize has competitors fighting for it. But if nobody is fighting for you, then you are not a prize. You see many women now saying they are independent and don't need a man for anything. But the moment something breaks at home or with the car, the first thing they do is call a man. They forget that their world of protection comes from a man. This generation of pampered woman brainwashed with this message that you are a prize, that you deserve no less than what you're worth, that you need to raise your standards, are the women who end up the most single on the dating chart. They want to climb to the top, to believe they are a boss lady, then realize that men don't want anything to do with them. That men of their caliber prefer the simple girl from the town, or the woman from the cafe. That your money, your high status, or whatever you consider yourself, matters very little to me. As the last woman said as a man, I want to see what you add to my life. If you are feminine, if you treat me with respect, if you listen to me and take care of me, if you perform acts of service, if you fit into my frame, we make a team. With these women, you find nothing more than a boss, always receiving orders, only being seen for your money. In the end, they dare to say they are the prize, but it sounds ridiculous, as I heard in the following video.
Why do bad things happen to girl bosses? Will we ever know? But we must continue to be a girl boss through it all.
Man, I feel lied to by the culture. But I'm gonna take full responsibility there, man. I fell for it. I fell for the boss bitch, I could do everything by myself, that hyper independent bullshit. And I'm 31 now, and I still don't have kids. I still don't have a family. I was focused on trying to get after the bag and all this. Yo, what? I'm in a place now in my life where I'm reevaluating everything. My values, my perspectives, what I really want in the future. And what I really want is a family. I feel like social media or just everything around us, society in general, wants to push that the woman is the future. No, the family is the future.
Brothers, the wall does not forgive. Unfortunately, there are things in life from which you cannot escape, and the wall is one of them. Many women want to take the path of being a boss lady because they are sold this idea of business trips, owning a house, a car, glamour, dressing elegantly, having big purses, a millionaire boyfriend, a large house, and everything like a Hollywood movie. But in the end, it all comes down to a 9-to-5 job in an office, with a desk and mail full of papers, just watching a clock on the wall, seeing your life and your best years slip away without achieving anything. But this brainwashing is significant, as more and more women want to be empowered because they believe in the rising trend of photo and video selling apps. Many see this business of selling their dignity as an easy way to make money. Yet we keep hearing these speeches, or like this stupid song that woman just sang. The reality, girl, is that you've woken up too late. You've hit the wall and realized that what really matters is having a family. You realize that you may have money but an empty house, where no one is waiting for you. That your life revolves only around a daily routine. This woman is 31 years old. Let's say she meets someone tomorrow. It might take until she's 32 or 33 to get married, and have her first child at 34. This is assuming she meets someone tomorrow. It could be that nobody comes, or she meets someone in 3 or 4 years. Do you think she won't increasingly feel the weight of her decision every day? Brothers, time in the wall. Do not forgive.
I'm not gonna cry. Say it.
I'm not gonna cry.
You're not crying. Don't cry. Smile.
If you ever run across a man that says, I just want somebody to love me for me, bitch, run, okay? Please run, because that man is a grade A fuck up and a dumpster fire waiting to happen, right? Because that was his way of saying, without saying it, that the last bitch didn't put up with my shit, so I got to prep and prime the new bitch that I'm going to fall short. And I have to put it in a way that makes her feel bad about me falling short, or feel bad about having an issue with the fact that I'm falling short because nobody loved me for me. Run. Because this is 2023 and our love now has conditions. We are not out here willy-nilly loving niggas unconditionally. Our love has boundaries. Our love has conditions. Sir, go find you someone to love you for you. We wish you the best.
Brothers, what this woman doesn't understand is that if she doesn't do it, believe me, another woman will. Then you'll see this man with another woman, living a good life. You'll feel jealous and start making videos criticizing him. Believe me, these are the women who criticize men the most, especially if they are of their own race. They are always criticizing them for everything. That's why men are more concerned about who their partner is, because women around them always have something to say. That girl crying, brother, this is a crisis. Many modern women today are having nervous breakdowns. The job, the responsibilities, the singleness make these women turn to antidepressants more and more each day. Why do you think women are always forming support groups among themselves? You always hear them in their speeches saying, I have my family, my friends, because they always have their support group as they all go through these crises. It's even stronger when they are in their 30s. Why is this? Because they are more aware of time. It's like the woman who says she feels deceived for being the boss lady. It's because the woman is aware of her biological clock. They know they need to find a man soon to start a family. They know that if they don't make a move, they'll end up childless or alone. That's why you hear them change their discourse at 30 about having high standards, that they are not there to wasti time. Of course, they are tired of enjoying time with Chad, a man who brings nothing to the table except his seed. Now they want a beta provider, someone who offers financial security, because now they are ready to be wives. But before we move on, brothers, we want you to support us in our goal for the coming months to reach 50,000 subscribers. We want our family to keep growing, so support us with your like and subscription. Don't forget to leave us your comments. We also have a super chat if you want to support the project. Without further ado, let's continue.
I don't know what kind of things your Korean mom tells you, but my Korean mom has always been team don't get married, don't have kids. She's actually very pro have multiple boyfriends throughout the span of your life. Date them if you feel like it, break up with them if you feel like it. And she's like, if you do want to get married, her little motto to me right now is 결혼은 신중하게 하고 이혼은 빨리. Think long and hard about who you're getting married to, but if you want to get divorced, do it quickly with no hesitation. My mom is also the biggest girl boss, very anti-sprinkle. Last night I told her, I was like, 남자는 나한테 돈을 줘야지. And this was her response. Because I grew up with that kind of an influence, he's never pressured me to get married or have kids. He's also never planted this idea that I need a man to take care of me. The only time I feel sad about being single is when I come on the internet and I see other girls being sad about being single. Truthfully, have never romanticized being a mother. Like, I was never one of those girls where I was like, I'm destined to be a mother. Like, I want a kid, want a family. My little life plan, backed by my mother, is to be in multiple long-term, short-term relationships with very cool men and just have a good time along the way. This is Korean Mother certified.
I really have to laugh at this. In short, your mother told you to be a promiscuous woman, to be with as many men as you want, not to get attached to anyone, to enjoy everything. In short, her mother was a married woman who, after getting divorced, probably had to work twice as hard. Since she didn't marry anyone else, she went out with all the chads that came her way, as a form of empowerment, believing she was the one in control. These are the women who brainwash their daughters. This woman succeeded because her daughter bought into all these ideas. In Korea, women tend to be more traditional, but her mother failed in that path. And out of spite or hatred, she didn't want her daughter to have those values, and taught her to be an independent woman who doesn't need any man. Today, her daughter is over 30, already at the wall. She says she only gets sad when she sees another woman reminding her of her situation. After reaching their 30s, they convince themselves that they never wanted a family, saying this speech about not wanting children. But you can't reject something you've never had the chance to have. Right, brothers? So, what does she do? She goes out with as many chads as possible, just increasing her body count. What great advice this mother gave to her daughter, transmitting her hatred very well. I can only imagine the father's face hearing this.
If you're such an alpha male, but you can't even afford a $500 dinner, go hunt and catch me a deer and kill it with your bare hands. But you won't, because you're a pussy. Wait, let me ask you a question. Do you drink sparkling water? No. Are you afraid of bubbles? Don't antagonize me, my blood pressure's rising. Oh, the thing that pisses me off the most? All these dorks that slide into my DMs. And they say things like, "Hi, beautiful. Do you have Snapchat?" Of course I ignore them. When you ignore them, they call you a bitch. The fuck you expect me to say? I do not know you, you pathetic loser. I do not want to receive dick pics from you, okay? It's haram. If you want a chance with me, you pick me up with your spaghetti and you take me out on a proper dinner. Wear a suit, be a respectful gentleman, and don't expect to take me home that night. Bitch, I cost more than a $50 dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. Even hookers cost more than that. Don't be a broke bitch.
This woman is quite a character. She wants to be like Andrew Tate, but in reality, instead of listening to and paying attention to what he says, she prefers to modify it in her own way. Then she wonders why she remains single. Brothers, any man who listens to Andrew Tate's speeches, not just a TikTok clip but an entire interview, will see the values he aims to instill in men. These include working on oneself, taking care of your physique, setting boundaries and sticking to them, educating yourself, improving your finances, always going to the gym, and taking care of your family and wife. Many women just live in criticism but never sit down to truly listen to the discourse. They only hear what comes from the mouths of these feminists, only listening to what they say, without hearing the other side. They believe they know it all and immediately accuse him of being misogynistic. That's why you see more and more men improving themselves and following their own path, while more and more women end up alone, hitting the wall, because the wall does not forgive.
It's funny because it's true.
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about what this 31-year-old woman said about being tired of being an independent woman? What do you think of the advice of that Korean mother? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.